teenager can comprehend a wide scope. Through school, they've learned things to do with loans. They've calculated interest. We are seeing a child who is seeing it in practical life. Probably the family has taken a loan to do something. We're also seeing the charmers. If the mother is in a charmer, the mother it's her turn to get the charmer, or the mother has taken a loan from the charmer. As in, the child at this age, teenagehood generally, understands money and debt. And now it's about you to bring to the consciousness of the child that at some point in their life they'll encounter debt, and this debt can cripple your child financially, or it could liberate the child. It's about the perception the child will form towards debt, and it is you as the caregiver back at home, it's you as the parent to foster this awareness and foster this understanding in your child. Now, a teenager, when you look at them, basically most of them have a phone, and it's at this point where they have a network of friends and they really want to keep in touch with them. Remember, they're also forming an identity towards how they relate to their peers, because they are completely detached from you, and a phone becomes very, very essential. So at this time, you want to bring to your child the awareness that a phone could indebt you. Remember, as we saw in the previous video, a child between 9 to 10 years, basically the assets are more, if the child has been saving, the assets are more than the liabilities. And our aim was to maintain this equilibrium. If you introduce a phone to the life of the child, if a phone is more expensive than what the child has in the bank, the child has already disturbed the equilibrium. So you need to be cautious. You need to act as a sounding board. You need to steer your child towards the fact that the fact that he needs to maintain, or she needs to maintain, that equilibrium. And debt comes, we have seen debt can come in the form of airtime, and also you're working with your child and building on that common example of airtime and internet, to the fact that in about 18 years, when the child is going to campus, they are the government sponsored loans. The ones the government gives students. That is a loan, and that is not free money. This is where now you're building upon the common example of airtime advance to the bigger thing, that is the higher education loan. And you want to bring your child to the understanding that when you take this loan, look at it as something to advance you. Look at it as something you can use to convert into an asset. And you look at the previous video where a child who is doing sports, for instance, you can show him how that is a skill. Just as this child is taking this loan is to further my studies. My ability to be an able worker, my ability to produce is an asset. So the child needs to see, you need to bring to the awareness in the child that this is a loan, yes, I'm taking, but I'm converting it into an asset. And whatever I'm buying with the money, the overflow of the money that I'm having, ought to add to my assets and not my liabilities. And this is something you need to do as a parent back at home. You do not want the situation where you're leaving your child like us. You're leaving your child, they are getting loan, then they're just spending the loan on menial things, and then they're getting indebted, and then they're feeling the pinch of paying, and it goes forever and ever and ever. And also, you want to bring to the awareness of your child that for a huge loan like help, for a huge loan like help, there are the penalties, and the penalties are not funny. Similarly, in the aspect, in the credit scenario, the airtime bundle scenario, we are saying the CRB is so real, and the M-Shwari thing. People are being listed in the Credit Reference Bureau, and you're telling your child, you bring to the awareness of your child that if you're listed to the Credit Reference Bureau, the probability of you being given a loan to even buy an asset is reduced. And so you want to train your child, you want to start the conversation of a child having healthy debt. You want to show your child that yes, you can have debt, and you can service your debt without necessarily being blacklisted by the Credit Reference Bureau. It's about 13 to 18 years. The child has an asset, that is a phone. The child can hear what the people are saying. The children can see examples, live examples of people who have taken a loan, either to start a business or to buy a car or to buy a home. The child can see. And also, if there's a family member in the university, they now understand the help. And if there's a working member in the family, they can see how that person is repaying the help. And even when you walk in the billboard, they can see waivers. this is the opportune time to introduce your child to the debt cycle. And basically, you're telling your child, if you take debt, you're creating a time in future in which you'll have to deploy austerity measures, that is living below your means, to service the debt. And you want the child to have a smooth time and not be plunged into debt and be crippled financially. 13 to 18 months, introduce the debt cycle to your child. In the next video, we're going to look at tax and when is the right time to introduce matters tax to your child. I'll see you in the next one.